Oh, man, excuse me. Sorry. What is up, my Squirtleites? It is I, your king. Welcome you back to more Let's Play Animal Crossing New Horizons. In the last episode, we celebrated Festival as Pave joined us in the plaza and danced his tail feathers off while we gathered all of the many different parts of the festival set. Now, I have some mail, so I'm going to actually check that really quickly. But today is going to be a pretty busy day. Also, a wood-burning stove. I forgot I actually ordered that at the end of the last episode. Maybe that'll get used later. I can't remember what my idea was for that, if I'm going to be completely honest. But I'll take it for now. Doesn't really matter because today we have something completely different in mind. No working on the house, no going after our project. It's too early for all of that anyway. There's not really anything for us to do in that regard except fishing. That's right. We're going to be doing lots and lots of fishing today and also some deep sea diving on top of that as well. There are a multitude of things I would like to be able to get done today, and it's going to be a little bit of a process doing it because I am going after 3 extremely rare creatures today. One is an ocean fish, another one is a river fish, but specifically one that can only be found on the cliff tops, and the last one is one of the rarest deep sea creatures in the game, not unlike the isopod. Very, very hard to track down. Now, the ocean fish, thankfully, is very easy to spot if we see the shadow size because it is the hugest shadow that the game has. And, of course, it is only available during the rain, this being the coelacanth. It is time to finally catch one, and I'm honestly glad that it's raining. Otherwise, killing all these fish with one stone wasn't going to go very well. But the other thing that I am after is the golden trout today. Now, that, like I said, can only be found on the cliff tops, and that is what I actually have my bait for. I'll use the rest on the coelacanth if possible, but I'm not going to count on that as much. Honestly, the coelacanth isn't too ridiculously hard to track down once it actually starts raining. It's just getting the conditions that's the difficult part, but hopefully I'll be able to have myself some luck as we start today. But yeah, today's going to be a pretty laid-back episode. We're just going to go fishing today, and honestly, there's not a game in the world, I think, that captures the feeling of just going fishing better. I've played, like, fishing sims, too. Remember those old, like, Pro Bass games on the PlayStation back in the day and whatnot? They just, I don't know. None of them have the same, like, yeah, sure, they can be more realistic and whatnot. They're more true to the real-life experience. But I think the mindset of fishing, the relaxed nature of it all, I think the human condition side of what fishing is meant to entail is best captured by this game because it's just like, it's Animal Crossing. It's just very nice and simple. And I'm doing this on a Saturday. I know I've been deliberately avoiding weekends for the past several episodes because, well, there's not really a lot to do on weekends, and it also doesn't guarantee that, like, certain vendors are going to show up. So I've been kind of, for the most part, been skipping it. But I feel like today of all days, it makes sense to do it on a day where nothing else is really going to matter all that much. And I'm actually going to be totally okay with capturing other fish as well. I'm not going to specifically only go for one size of fish. No, we're going to be doing all sorts of fishing, filling up the pockets. And I still got my loach with me, which is good. We're going to have to go and take that to the museum before the episodes end. Okay, got a recipe that I don't need, but sure, I'll be messing around with my pockets here a bit. There's also not going to be a lot of insects to worry about as we go around either. Now, if I were smart, and, well, I guess, okay, the better word is if I were patient, I would not be fishing for the golden trout at this exact time. I would be waiting another month because April is one of the most ideal times to catch it because there's only an overlap with one other medium-sized fish, that being the dace. But this month, I still have the yellow perch to compete with, so it's going to be a little bit harder for me to track down. But, I mean, if we don't get it today, we don't get it today. That's just going to be that's just the nature of things. That's what Animal Crossing is in a nutshell. Sometimes you can go hours and hours and hours without ever capturing what you need. And you just kind of got to deal, man. I know this ain't going to be the coelacanth, but still going to try for it here and there as we go. Because, you never know. You never know. And plus, I've said this before many times, I am terrible at determining the size difference between large and very large shadows. So we'll just be kind of going back and forth. And like I said, we'll be diving out in the water, even though it's going to be cold as heck. Jumping out there, at some point. Okay, that's definitely not going to be it. Although, so something I've also been trying to, I've been considering working on is, it's not this one. Where is it? There is a certain, this one, Castmaster. Okay, this right here is one of the most difficult achievements to get in all of Animal Crossing right here, because to get all 3 tiers, you need to catch 100 fish in a row without letting a single one get away. Now, I'm obviously not super great at that, but I would very much like to work towards it if possible. I don't know if it's going to be the easiest thing in the world to do, but I'd certainly like to try. I think it would be a lot of fun to actually try to go for it, but I mean, if I'm going to keep losing fish... then I don't know, man. I mean, I kind of have to commit to my my strategy here of just being super quiet and listening for that exact moment when the bobber sinks to actually get my timing right. But even then, I still mess it up sometimes. Oh, that's a pretty big shadow. That's a really big shadow. This actually might be our one right here. Let's see. I think it is. I think we got our coelacanth already to start off the episode. No! Wow, an oarfish. Not what I was expecting, but okay, that is the right shadow size. I did actually notice that one pretty easily that time, actually. Okay, good to know. Not what I was trying to find. There, I guess there is a little bit of overlap there, but I think the oarfish is the only other huge shadow-sized fish that you can find away from the pier. Besides the coelacanth, so that does actually narrow things down a little bit. I'm tempted to go for those medium shadow sizes just because occasionally they can be barred knife jaws, and those sell for almost 6,000 bells, so sometimes it's actually kind of good, but most of the time they're going to be things like dabs and zebra turkey fish, although I actually don't know if zebra turkey fish can be found at this exact time of year. I think they actually show up a little bit later. But every so often I'm going to walk back up here and just sort of check the tops of the cliffs to see if there's anything. I'll throw some bait in just to see if we can get it, because, I mean, this is one of the hardest fish to, like, right next to things like the barrel eye. It's one of the hardest fish to track down into the game. So we're just going to have to be ultra diligent about this, throwing in bait every so often. That's the right shadow size, but I doubt it's going to be what I'm after, unless I'm really, really lucky here. Yeah, just at the cadence that was biting, too, it didn't really make a whole lot of sense. And there's our dace. Okay, so yeah, we're going to be capturing a lot of those, just like the last time I went after a golden trout. So I'll keep trying. And it can be either of these spots, too. It doesn't have to be the one at the very top. It can also be this little stream portion right here. I think I'm going to go down and scare that fish away, because I'm sure its shadow spawn conflicts with the one up above the cliff. So I want to get rid of that, but we're just going to be kind of meandering around. And the reason I chose this time, I mean, for one, it's very nice because you're not having to compete with or deal with like villagers that are running around, and I mean, not that they're going to really mess you up or anything, but it's just like, it's a nice like solitary time to go and do this. But also, I mean, I've said this before, but I'll say it again, the 5 a.m. theme is my favorite theme in this entire game. I love it. It's just so nice and relaxing, and it just makes, you know, it's good to be mellowed out when you're actually going out fishing, and I would like to play into that a little bit more with some of the best music in the game. Okay, that is another huge shadow. Here we go. Round 2. There it is. There it is. There she blows. Blast from the past. I caught a coelacanth. Think positive, because be a coelacanth. All right. There is one of our fish down. I'm still going to try to look for more if I can find them, because honestly, I would very much like to have one in my house. Coelacanth has always been my favorite fish to chase in any Animal Crossing game, because going all the way back to the GameCube version, it just felt like the most special fish to track down. I mean, it really was the holy grail of the GameCube one, although you could also argue that the Dorado and the Arowana were also really, and then the stringfish too. Those were all probably like the 4 most difficult fish to track down back in the original, but even those didn't have as specific conditions as the coelacanth to go after. So there was just something about that, man, that just like captivated me back in the day. And to this day, I find like it's the most interesting fish to try to go after in this game. But we still have the golden trout to go after, and we still have some deep sea diving to do, which I will be doing in due time. That's probably a red snapper, but I am going to catch it, because those are always pretty valuable to go after. Never hurts to add these to your collection so you can get to selling. Oh, no, it's a sea bass. Wow. I was like sure that was the next size down, but there I go again, not really able to detect the sizes very well. That's all right. Okay, that's a red snapper. My goodness. At least I'm like 99%, but or I guess that's true. It could also be a football fish, but only at this time of night. Only at this time of night. Okay, that does, and that's actually better than a red snapper. That's more valuable right there. So I will be going after ones of that shadow size. But let me head back up to the museum, toss a couple more bait in. I probably should be digging up the manila clams as well, just so that I can continue to add to my bait reserves. I don't want to spend too much bait because I need to save a lot of it for May, because May is when we're going to be going after the mahi-mahi again, and that is a pier-only fish. So it's going to be probably the last difficult one I go after, and gosh dang it. See, that's what I get for continuing to talk over what I'm trying to do here. Son of a gun. Sorry. Okay, that was a little sprint out of frustration. No, we're going to stay up here, and I'm going to throw some bait down. Really wish I had caught that thing, though. Golly, it could have just been a dace, but you never know, man. You never know. Okay, here we go again. Although this actually might be a black bass. Well, no, that's a medium. Oh! Holy crap, we got it! A golden trout! The real treasure Well, whatever one I just missed before, never mind. I don't really care anymore because I got it. Wow! Both of the rarest fish I was after that quickly. Holy crap! I mean, let's celebrate by also getting this balloon down here because, I mean, like I said before, you can get some DIY recipes out of these things, but I can't believe I got them so quickly. Okay, this episode might end up being a little bit briefer than I was expecting it to be. All right, some iron nuggets. I need to go and put some things away in my storage, like, immediately, because I just caught two of the biggest fish that I needed in the entire game within, I mean, how many minutes was that? Within 5 minutes of each other? Nuh-uh. Only two missing, right? Yep. This one right here is actually a pretty inconspicuous one, but it doesn't come back until April. And then our mahi-mahi, which is right here. That's it. That's all I'm missing. Wow. I'm just like in shock by how easy that was. That just seems silly to me almost. You're probably a sea bass, so I won't mess with you too much. Wow, I don't even know what to say. I can't believe that was so unbelievably easy. Holy crap. Is this also a sea bass, or is this a red snapper or football fish? Again, I have a hard time telling sometimes. Yeah, screwed it. Again, this is what happens. It's like I'm such a bad fisherman, and yet at the same time was able to just catch two of the rarest fish in the entire freaking game that quickly next to each other. Wow. I don't even know what to say. I did not think that was going to be as easy as it was. All right, well, I guess we're going to go go do some swimming. But again, yeah, I need to get some pocket space out of this. So let's dump off a couple of things here really quickly. Definitely going to put my fish bait back. I'm going to have to take some time and get some more. Let's put that wood-burning stove away, work suit, all those. That's going to go in the trash. Those iron nuggets can go away. And I think I'm actually going to end up just releasing the sea bass that I've already caught. So let me do that. Probably not the place to be dropping them, but oh well. Because it doesn't really matter. I was always like under the impression, and this is totally like one of those kid mindset things. When I was a child, I was always just like, oh man, if you release a fish back, it increases the chance that you're going to find the same fish again in that same area. And I don't know. It's like I had the same thought process with Pokemon back in the day, where it's like, oh, if you run away from the Pokemon, it'll just reappear again. But if you make it faint or catch it, then it won't. It's like it's totally like kid logic, which it's like, no, it's a video game. That's not how these things work. I don't know why I ever thought that would be the case, but all right. I'll keep my rain hat on, but let's put this on really quickly, and I guess my boots as well. I should take my backpack off, but it's not like it actually has a tangible effect. It's just going to look a little weird while I'm swimming with it. So let's go. Okay, let's get to work. So we are specifically looking for a very large shadow that moves very, very quickly. This is going to be the Like, can I remember the name? Spider crab, which is the last thing that I need. But this is, again, much like the isopod, one of the rarest fish that you can possibly go after. So getting it on this first go around, I don't know if that's necessarily going to happen for me, but I'm certainly going to try. I mean, again, I mean, this could be the painful part of the episode, honestly, although I do like that bubble pattern right there. That does scream. Nope, never mind. It's not even moving, so probably not anything all that rare. I'm going to say usually the sea cucumbers, I thought they were a little bit more like a contained bubble pattern or a little bit more steady. We're just looking for something that's going to absolutely outswim our speed, something I have to completely corner. That's going to be the, okay, this is fast. It's not large enough to be the spider crab, but it's probably still something pretty valuable. And, ooh, yes it is, an umbrella octopus. Okay, that's actually not a bad one. Not what I'm after, but it is still pretty nice. And we continue. So let's look around. Okay, that's definitely going to be something like a sea anemone or seaweed or something like that. So I'm just going to bypass that one, especially because it didn't even flinch when I swam right over it. So yeah, definitely one of those two. Those two are literally immobile. Same with this one right here. Again, we'll just test it by swimming over it. But if it suddenly started swimming away, I'd be a little more suspicious. But, we'll just keep looking. Ooh, when the bubbles are far apart, that's when I'm usually like, oh, this could be something good. Although I would, okay, if that was a valuable one, it would have already started, like, running away a lot quicker. But hey, look, we're going to be running into Pascal here. So sure, why not? Yeah. I'm pretty sure I'm only going to get a pearl out of this anyway, because I already have the entire mermaid set and have had it for a very long time. But another pearl is cool. I'll always take it. Call them rams because they ram into stuff, so shouldn't otters be called Bob? Oh, that's a good one. I like that. That's just a good joke right there. That's all that is. It's not even a deep thought. That's just funny. All right. Let's just continue making our clockwise way around the island. Ooh. Oh, that's a fast one. That is a fast one. Okay, this could be it right here. Man, if I'm going to already catch these things this early, oh man, this could get really interesting. Okay, stay against the wall. Oh, don't. Against the wall. Okay. Trying to get it against just a single barrier is a lot more tricky, but I got it. Is that it? No, it's the snow crab, actually. Not the crab I'm after, but still something pretty valuable. I'm going to be getting some good bells off of the things that I've caught today at the very least, so I'm not going to complain about that. It's not the greatest in the world, but it's still pretty darn nice. Okay, we're just looking for those super fast ones. What are you going to be? This is probably a small one. Yeah, it's probably not all that great, but I'll still grab it. Because a lot of deep-sea creatures are, like, so valuable. Even some of, like, the most common ones still sell for, like, a little over 1,000 bells. So I honestly think that this kind of, just because of the ease and also because of generally how valuable a lot of deep-sea creatures are, I honestly think that this is, like, the best all-seasons way of making money. Because I think back to, like, the original Animal Crossing, and fishing was no doubt the best way to make cash. Absolutely. I don't think it was until, I would say, probably City Folk where bug catching really usurped it. But in New Horizons, I think I gotta give it to deep-sea creatures. They are just a little bit more reliably valuable than fish or bugs ever have been. I mean, yeah, you'll occasionally pull up things like sea cucumbers and whatnot, and those aren't obviously the best in the world. But hey, you know, it's still a pretty constant source of income, and just doing it once per day, every single day, you'll get yourself a lot of cash. I mean, you can easily, I would say, on average, get another, like, 50, 60,000 bells every single day if you just fill your pockets up with these guys once. So, I don't know. I've been a big fan of it. You know, even, you know, octopus, that's probably, like, one of the least exciting things we've gotten just, so far. But still, like, I'll take it. Like, you think of, like, something like a pearl oyster, right? Because what is that worth? Like, almost 3,000 bells? I want to say 2,500. And that's a pretty common one to run into, actually. So, take another scallop. Sure, I think these are worth, like, 2,000 if you get any extras of those. So, it's just, like, it's good money. It really is good money. The only time where bug catching absolutely outstrips deep sea creatures is in the summertime, obviously, when you can specifically go after those palm tree bugs. But otherwise, yeah, this is the best, I would say. Although fishing in the rain is definitely the time to do it. And not just because of the coelacanth, but also, I don't know, I don't know if it's actually a thing, but completely anecdotally, I have always felt like fishing in the rain in Animal Crossing yields rare fish more often. I could be wrong about that. I know I've seen I remember I'd seen in guides in the past where people swear by it as well. Again, it could just be totally an anecdote that's not actually based on any factual proof or statistical analysis, but it's always felt that way. I think, you know why I think it's that way? There is actually a little bit of statistical basis behind it, but it's probably not what you think. It's because rain keeps away almost all types of insects outside of a select few. And insect and fish spawns, I think, can have a little bit of an overlap with each other. And so if there's no insect spawning, you get a whole lot more fish that will spawn. At that point, all you need to do is just be able to tell apart their shadow sizes and know what's going to actually spawn in those shadow sizes. So, right now, if it's going to be really, really small shadows in the ocean, you're going to generally find some really good stuff. And obviously, huge shadows are a big part of that, too. But, I guess really tiny shadows in the river are always a good thing, too. But you just need to be able to tell those things apart, and you've got so many to pick from. You've got this gigantic hodgepodge of choices at your disposal. Give me that. Yeah, there it is. Got a spider crab. Water bugs can rest easy. This means I've completed my diving collection. That's deep, real deep. And we've done it, everybody. We have done it. Let's take a look here. Underwater understudy. Give me my 3,000 Nook miles for that one, please and thank you. Also can claim this one, and this is going to put me over 30,000. Holy crap. We've done it, everybody. We've done it. Took about 10 minutes to find those 2 rare fish, or maybe 15 minutes total, and then another 10 to go after all of my deep sea creatures, and I am good to go. I think I'll catch this one as sort of a celebratory finish one as I make my way back to shore, but yeah, I think we are good to go. Let's head on over to the museum now and say hello to Blathers and see what he has to say about this. I wonder if he has a deep sea creatures poster. Actually, I can't imagine he wouldn't. It would be really lame if the only posters he sells are the fish and the bug one, because that would suck. It's like, come on, you've got this whole thing going. You really should. I mean, I'm already mad that he doesn't have a fossils poster, but whatever. Anyway, I'll see you all over there in just a moment. Wow, I can't believe you're asleep at this hour. I figured you'd be staying up a little bit longer. Is this not just 5 p.m. for you? Comparatively? I don't know. Whatever. I'm going to make a donation. I mean, I think Blathers just sleeps a ton. He has a 14-hour sleep cycle. But all right, coelacanth, spider crab, golden trout, and the loach all at once. All of the new arrivals here in March. No need to pull them all out. Yeah. Is it truly true? With this donation, our sea creature collection is now complete. Huzzah! I say hooray, and most importantly, thank you. What a win it is to have the ocean's many splendid wonders here for all to gaze upon. I say your hard work is well and truly appreciated, and we are forever in your debt. We'll be mailing out the poster for our latest completed collection soon. As each collection is completed, I'll have another poster printed, so keep your donations coming. Yes, we do get a poster. Oh, I'm so happy. I'm going to go celebrate with a coffee because this is awesome. I can't believe that all went as swimmingly, pun intended, as it did. My goodness. Oh my gosh. And no one's here? Really? I mean, I guess it kind of makes sense, but I was thinking we'd at least have a guest. Yeah, give me a coffee, please. Please and thank you, buddy. Appreciate it, Brewster. So I guess for the rest of this episode, there's a couple of things that we can do. I did say I wanted to show off some things revolving around bamboo, but I'm going to need to go and pull some stone axes out of my inventory. So I appreciate it. And just drink it straight up as it's hot, because that's the best way to have coffee. Just don't do that and burn your entire insides. Second-degree burns inside my esophagus. I love it. Nothing like a fresh cup of hot coffee to warm my whole body. Definitely needed in weather like this, though, that's for sure. I appreciate it, Brewster. No. Thank you. Oh, it feels so good to have gotten that done. And then the fact that we're only 2 fish away, and our insects are complete, and the fossils are complete, and I know I'm never going to finish the art exhibit no matter what I do, but Oh, man. The fact that I'm still missing. I really do think I've actually just had, like, unusually bad luck with the art, too. Because, like, okay, if I was missing, like, 3 or 4 pieces at this point, I would be more willing to accept that. It's like, okay, that actually kind of tracks, you know, just based on luck. And honestly, it also falls in line a lot with, like, my luck on my own time. So I'd be willing to believe that. But the fact that I'm missing still 9 paintings and 2 statues, 11 art pieces up to this point in the game is insane to me. Absolutely insane. I cannot believe how long it's taken. But I will take all of those Lily of the Valleys, and I am going to go and relocate them to their proper spot as we make our way over this way. A couple of things I can do here. So I think I'm going to be lazy about this. I know some people are going to be like, no, what are you doing? But I just don't want to hold all these in my pockets for the remainder of this episode. So I'm going to sell off all of my, not the mermaid, mermaid shoes. I didn't get a pearl from Pascal. I'm actually surprised by that. Yeah, let's see. How much am I going to get out of all of this? Because this is definitely lazy. That is a lot of money I'm leaving on the table. It's probably closer to like 50+ thousand if I sell all of these. Maybe I can make it work. All right, fine. Fine. I won't do it. I won't do it. That is a lot more money than I was expecting, honestly. But the umbrella octopus and the oarfish are doing a lot of the heavy lifting there, I think. So, head on over this way. And, I got myself some weeds over here, too. I probably should also go take care of my crops today, too. Take advantage of the fact that it is raining. And make myself a bunch of veggie baskets. But that's something I will do off-screen, for sure. Dig up the rest of these Lily of the Valleys, and we're going to relocate these things. I am actually going to end up putting them all over the place. And I'm going to keep some for a designated area that I have plans for as well. But I think what I can do is for a couple of these, because this whole cliff space up here just being kind of untouched is a little bit weird. So I think it would be good if I put a few of these here. I think I'll do one every like 2 spaces. So let's plant it first, and then I can sort of move over like that. And that'll be kind of nice. And then I have a plan for something I could probably put in the far corner. So there we go. All right. And then 2 more Lilies of the Valley over here. So I'll have to mess with those. Hold on. Looks like we got ourselves actually a couple of dig spots here. Definitely going to need to be going after these fossils because I still have more gifts to give to my villagers. I had to drop them all off into my house for the time being just so that I could have space for all the fish that I've been catching, but I'm still working on that. Trying to get all of their photos and whatnot. Let's see. What's another good place for one of these things? Not here, not here, not here. I'll go over the bamboo here in just a second. Let me, I think I'm just going to end up putting them over here with the rest of the party for the time being. So let me just do that really quickly. And I know I've got so many of them at this point that it's like, it's getting a little crazy. I actually think I have one up by my farm too, if I'm not mistaken. But we'll just kind of put that there. All right, that's a bunch of flowers that I'm going to have to relocate at some point. No, nothing up here? Okay. All that wheat field is definitely in the way, but what are you going to do? It's part of the aesthetic. I can't move it, all right? It's beyond my control. Okay, I'm heading off to grab myself a couple stone axes. I'm going to actually put these fossils away, though, because I do have a little bit of a storage in here that I definitely want to keep adding to for the time being until I'm ready to assess them all. Let's see. Oh, yeah, and the mermaid shoes. Cool. All right, now let me get my stone axes out. I think I have like 3 in here. They're all a little bit worn, though. None of them are in, like, perfect shape. 4 of them, actually. Okay, I'll grab 2. And then we can use these. So let me hold this one. I'm not going to need too much pocket space because of the size of the bamboo stacks. But let's head up here, and we're going to get to work on this bit. That is a big fish. There's no way that that's just a black bass, is it? It probably is. Gosh dang it. It totally was. Anyway, back to what I was doing. Sorry about that little distraction. Sometimes I'm just like, oh man, that's got to be something. Nope, it wasn't anything unique. So head on over to all of the bamboo here, and we're just going to give them a couple thwacks. Just kind of knocking them all out. Okay, now see the lighter colored bamboo here with the little leaf on it. That is the young spring bamboo, and that is what is going to be necessary for very specific projects that you're going to be working on. Now, of course, if you use a stone axe, you can hit each of these bamboo trees, I was going to say 3 times a day, and then for some reason, just out of the frickin' ether, my character just, like, picks up an entire torii gate like it's nothing and goes, what? What's the problem? Don't do that. Don't do that. Sometimes the pickup radiuses in this game are a little too generous, and then other times they're not nearly as generous as I wish they were. But yeah, young spring bamboo. We're going to want to actually collect as much of this as we can because there is only this very tiny window that they can be gathered, so you want to make sure you get all of it before it goes away forever. So I'm going to definitely be hitting every single bamboo tree I have. Of course, you can also get young spring bamboo from bamboo islands as well if you're running out. But now is a good time to definitely plant more bamboo trees if possible to, of course, add to your stock a little bit. Not that that's going to really matter when this episode actually comes out because we are well past spring, or will be well past spring by the time it does. I'm just going to hit as many of these as I can. I think I'm missing a few over here. Let me collect what I have already and then just see how I'm doing on pocket space. Really quick. Okay. I don't want to pick up that torii gate again. There you go. Carefully, and also not sweeping off my paths. That's the other thing I always worry about whenever I hit these things. Did I get this one? I did. Okay. Have all of that. And then, like, there is one recipe that Isabel actually gave me upon the beginning of spring. I don't really know if I want to actually craft that one, though, but I definitely want more young spring bamboo recipes, if possible. So I'm going to have to work on those. Get to hitting this one really fast. If I wear this stone axe out, I honestly don't care because I have so many backups, and I haven't been nearly chopping enough wood in this game as I should for some of the projects that I want to work on, but you never know. All right, so that one axe actually made it through the entire, through all of these bamboo trees, so that's good. I can definitely get to chopping a few more of these on future days, both on and off screen. But there we go. Lots and lots of young spring bamboo, and is very important, very essential to a lot of different recipes. Also some that aren't even seasonal, if you can believe it. Now, let's see. Okay, I just have this. I love that it says chop wood, but technically I didn't even do that. I didn't chop any wood in the slightest. All right, let me look into my recipes here really fast. I'm trying to remember, like, so the one that she gave me, it's down here. So I think it's just like right in this area somewhere. Let's see. Is it in the bamboo section? I mean, well, it makes sense. Okay, here we go. Bamboo noodle slide. Young spring bamboo. It requires 7 and then also 3 wood to make this thing. Which, you know, it's just kind of a nice little cute decoration. It's cool. The rest of these are just regular bamboo, which obviously I can get on demand at all times, so I'm not really as worried about those. But like I said, you can get more DIY recipes. Which, I mean, I probably should add one little bit of clarification. You can also start getting some of these from message bottles, which are on the beach as well. So hopefully I'll be able to add to my collection of recipes that way. They have a higher chance of spawning because it is springtime after all. So yeah, hopefully I'll be able to get my hands on a few of those, and hopefully I didn't just scare away a very, very valuable fish there, but I think I did. Hold on. I don't think this is a good one, but whatever, I'm going for it. I think it's just a sea bass. Yeah, I think the one I scared away was actually really, really valuable, and then I got this guy, so that didn't actually go as planned in the slightest. But all right, get out of here. I think that's probably going to actually end up being it for this episode, guys. Wow. Ended up being a lot more productive than I expected it to be. I was sure I was going to have to do multiple days of this stuff, but no, we got them all. We really did get them all, and now I'm going to be getting a deep sea creature poster in the next episode that we'll be able to take a look at. And of course, from there, we can start going back to working on the house and taking care of things and Hopefully, I can actually start putting together my trophy room as well, or I guess my achievements room, as well as some of the outdoor areas as we just hang out in town. And then also, maybe if I can get more photos from my villagers, that would be great too. But for now, guys, that's going to be it for this episode. Thank you all so very much for watching. I hope you all enjoyed it very, very much, and I'll see you all in the next one.